The Tao of Self-Confidence, episode 157. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of real women producing extraordinary results by finding their inner journey to self-confidence 5 days a week. Get your free audiobook at our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Well, hello friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan, and today I have a phenomenal lady on today. She is all the way from Singapore. She is the founder of Delegate, which is a tech startup company in Asia, and I'm just really excited to have her on and share her story today. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Melissa Lau. Melissa, how are you today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to our listeners.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. I actually co-founded Delegate, and what Delegate really aims to do is to transform the way people plan events. We connect anyone with an event planning need to different types of vendors through our platform to different venue spaces, catering, entertainment companies. So if you're a bride-to-be or just an event planner, like the site really aims to kind of help you have a free and efficient way to plan your event. So, you know, events are very stressful, and that really helps to solve the problem.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And Melissa, what's your cultural background?
I grew up in Asia, so I was born and raised in Singapore. My mom is Filipino-Chinese and my dad is Burmese-Singaporean. So everyone really says that I'm a true product of Southeast Asia.
That's awesome. I guess that's like a mix of everything.
Yeah, but I'm just really Asian. But a few years ago, I actually had the opportunity to further my studies in Switzerland. So that was really a good cultural exposure for me. But other than that, I've set up my business in Singapore and Hong Kong, and it's been working out really well.
Great. Thanks for sharing that. And what would be your favorite self-confidence quote?
I think growing up, to me, I've always told myself that confidence is half the battle won. It's actually something that my dad told me when I was a little girl, and it's something that really stuck to me all these years. And that has went through everything from schooling days to even starting my own business, and it's been really helpful.
I love that because, part of just being able to grow is having that confidence, right? Learning to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Learning to realize you're worth it. You're more than enough to push through whatever it is you want to do, whether it's you want to open a company, you want to be a singer, you want to be a dancer, you want to travel the world. It all has to start with that courage and just taking the leap of faith and taking these positive risks to, or be able to be confident enough to do these things, right? And
yeah, exactly.
So really it is like learning to go out there and just go out there and live life, right? Without any regards of what other people would think of you. So great quote. And, in your own words, how would you define self-confidence?
I think it's really not what you portray to others, but instead being comfortable in your own skin. I think people are too hard on themselves. You should always have self-respect and you should always value yourself. So it's something that you need to keep and tell yourself every day if you feel that you're not having a good day or you're not confident. Yeah.
Awesome. And, especially too with Asian women, we really deal with all these things too, right? Learning how to be comfortable in our own skin because we've been programmed to just always do what other people tell us to do.
Yeah, exactly. I think that, when I was growing up, there was always a constant need for me to go with trends by my peers in terms of my education career choices. I think even now for Asian women, it's difficult to really come out of their shell to instead of being a stay-at-home mom, but to be an entrepreneur. But it's improving a lot, so I'm quite happy that has happened.
Yes, I'm glad it's progressing, but I always love to push it more, right?
Yeah.
Just so that there's more women out there to get inspired to do what they want. So thanks for sharing that. And what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
Like what you said, growing up in Asia, I think the recommended career choice for anyone was kind of to work in a specialized job like being a doctor or a lawyer or even working for a bank. And I always kind of knew that this really wasn't for me, it's great for everyone, just not for me. With the peer pressure that I have, family pressure in terms of educational and career choices, I think I was really conflicted. So I had a lot of hesitations when I was pursuing a degree in hospitality because especially in Asia, when you say you're doing hospitality, they're like, okay, are you going to graduate as a waiter? Is that what you're going to do for the rest of your life? And I mean, it's not to me, it's an offensive manner. It's just that they didn't look at it as a reputable career in the normal Asian sense. I also felt that, when I chose to become an entrepreneur, there was a lot of battles I had to face as well, thinking through that. But I'm happy I actually lived through it and it's got to where I am today.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing that. And I think it's a lot of things that women go through, especially Asian women and Asian cultures. I remember till this day, my grandma's still asking when I'm going to get married, right? Because especially in Asian countries, it's like, that's like the biggest goal women should have, just to get married, when there's so many things out there. I mean, not that I'm saying getting married is a bad thing, but if you're getting married for the wrong reasons, then that shouldn't be your goal, right? Your goal is to go out there and live life on your terms and be able to be truly happy with who you are, right?
Yeah, to have options to do what you want to do, basically.
Yeah.
If you want to go out there and get married, you want to have children, be a family person, it's no problem. And who's to say you can't do both, right? So
yeah, I hate that term that says you can't have your cake and eat it too, because, what's the point in having cake if you can't eat it?
Yeah.
I mean, I like cake because I can eat it. So, Melissa, what was that point in your life when you realized, you are capable of going out there and doing what you want? You stopped caring about what your family was telling you, that peer pressure was gone. What was that aha moment in your life?
Well, my family has always been really supportive, so it's really good. They would give me advice and they would tell me what they think, but they've always let me make the decision on my own. So I think one of the biggest moments for me was when I actually pursued the career. I mean, I pursued the degree in hospitality because I really thought that, it suited me so well. When I was there, like in school, I felt that this was the right environment for me. I'm really extroverted. I love surrounding myself with people and I just need to be out and about. So the degree choice was great. I think the second moment was really when I began my entrepreneurship journey together with my business partner. I think both of us really broke out of the norm to, instead of keeping our corporate jobs, to start a tech startup, which is not so common in Asia. And despite the different challenges that we have and setbacks that we have together, we faced it together, and it's an exciting journey, finding ways to disrupt the events industry and to automate the event planning process, which is something I've always been passionate about. So I'm really happy that I did it, and there's no regrets at all.
That's great. And, especially like leaving like a corporate job, I know most people would probably tell you like, what's wrong with you? Why would you do that? Like, why would you leave such a secure job? Right. And, sometimes it's just, we're not happy in that job. Right. And, there's other things out there. And I believe when one door closes, another one opens, and there's always better things to come in. So, after those realizations, what's your life like now?
Everyone has, daily challenges and setbacks, but, it's good to think that, like something as simple as appearing confident already sets me apart, from anything else. And with the help of my religion, like I have unwavering faith in God. And I feel that we're all so blessed. And I've become really comfortable in my own skin, and I do what I want and follow my heart, basically, in whatever life takes me. I'm so happy that I actually chose a career around like what I love to do instead of having to comply to what other people think you should do. So I think it's a great choice.
Awesome. And that's great. You're able to live the life that you designed, without having to care about what other people think. And, I love hearing stories like this because I want, listeners to realize like it's possible, right? When you just go out there and just have the courage, be bold enough to just live the life that you want. Like, it is possible. And sometimes it's not a walk in the park, which is why it's the road less traveled, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it, right?
Yeah.
So Melissa, if to the woman who's listening to your episode, she may be in her own journey to self-confidence, and she may be going through the same things or similar things that you went through. What would be that one tip you would give to her?
Like I mentioned before, I think everyone's a little bit too hard on themselves. I really think that, life is as much as we make it up to be. We don't owe anyone any apologies for being who we are and how we live. So once you start being comfortable in your own skin, I think the road ahead, you will realize is something that's really refreshing and it's really enlightening. And I think everyone should embark on that.
Awesome. Well, that's a great tip. And I love that you said, stop apologizing, for being yourself, because especially women, we're always so prone to apologizing. It just feels like we're doing something wrong when we're not. We're just being ourselves, and that's and that's the greatest thing, right? I think that's what true freedom is just being able to be yourself and not have to apologize for it. So I really love that tip that you mentioned. And Melissa, if our listeners want to get to know a little bit more of you and what you do, or maybe want to get some services, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
So the company name is Delegate and the website is www.justdelegate.co. So yeah, you can also follow us on Instagram. It's Just Delegate, and on Facebook as well. But yeah, if anyone has any like event planning needs, or they see a need for this and need some of our comments, just let us know. And yeah, we'll be helpful.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And to our listeners, if you would like to connect with Melissa, you can also head on over to thetaoofselfconfidence.com and search for Melissa's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else we talked about. And I really just want to thank Melissa for taking the time to share her story and tips with us on self-confidence. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
It was an honor to have you on. So listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Thank you for joining us at the Tao of Self-Confidence. Head over to thetaoofselfconfidence.com for full recaps of every show, our amazing blog articles and resources, and just plain fun. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits, so start today.